You know, we got a lot to thank God about as we celebrate the birthday of the greatest nation in the world. This country's faced many foes and many challenges, and we've always prevailed. Well, as we celebrate the 4th tonight, all right, there's a war going on in the streets of America, a war on drugs and the slime that smuggles them in and the lowlives that sell them to our kids. And now there's a group in this country that says, hey, let's legalize all the drugs, make them as American as apple pie, and how even Uncle Sam is probably a drug dealer. Join us. Let me give you a little background, because this show's liable to get a little rough tonight, all right? Liable to get a little rough as we go on. I'd like everyone to give everyone a chance to say their piece tonight. I'm not going to step over anyone's lines. I'm going to let you say your piece, all right? We're going to talk to a man who could be snorting cocaine in the Oval Office. Stay with us. Let me introduce a new guest at home base. We're going to talk with former Congressman Ron Paul. At loudmouth number 2, we have, of course, Lisa Sliwa, one of the co-founders of the Guardian Union. Congressman Paul, I should say, Ron, you're running for the presidency of the United States now. Tell me on this 4th of July, cool it, will you please? How can you call for something that I think is un-American, the legalization of drugs in this country?
Because I detest the use of drugs, and I think we would have a lot less drugs used if they were legal. I think it's part of the American system to let people make freedom of choices. We let them read literature and pick and choose what they should read and study. We let them pick which religion they want to follow, very important subjects. So we let people in a free society make their decisions on what's best for their body. We think that smoking sometimes...
Rape and murder people.
Wait a second.
Be allowed to do that.
Lisa, I'll let you jump in. Lisa, let me finish this.
So we believe that individuals in a free society can make choices about their own personal habits.
In other words, you believe that the government should stay out of our personal business altogether.
Yeah, this
well, it
is
happens
correct.
To be my...
Matter of fact,
all right, that's good, guys. It also happens to be my personal business if I want to kill my 4-year-old kid, right?
No, wait a minute. Wait, you're giving libertarian a distorted explanation.
No, sir. You people gave it to yourselves in your platform.
No, let me explain that. The answer is that we are allowed to do what we want. We even permit people to smoke cigarettes. That happens to be the most deadly drug in the United States today. Kills 320,000 people.
I appreciate it.
And maybe we ought to make it illegal.
I wish you'd ban it. I wish you'd ban it.
Good.
If you would,
then
sir,
you
I'd put it out in your eye right now.
You can buy it out on the street and pay $5 a package. In a free society, we are allowed to make these choices. We can't protect us from ourselves, but there is a strict line that libertarians draw, and that is that you can't step over the bounds and injure somebody else. And this is what the drug laws are doing. They're overstepping the bound. Just the other day, they walked into somebody's house. They suspected he was a drug dealer. He was using his automatic selector, and the police marched in, and they said it looked like a gun after they killed the man. In America. Is that what America's all about? I'd say no. We want privacy. We want due process of the law.
Just a few days ago, one of this young lady's people was almost killed, all right?
Well, her attitude looks like she incited hostility.
Was almost killed because of your type of demented thinking.
No, because I defend the Constitution.
How can I take anyone seriously who looks like... How serious your war on drugs is.
Mark!
The guy looks like he just came from Emmett Kelly's funeral.
You're avoiding the issue when you attack his clothes. Stick to the issue. Right. The issues are drugs and freedom.
I'll stick to the issues, pal.
Mr.
If I had a slime like you in the White House, I'd puke on you.
You people who support the laws are the greatest protector of the drug dealer. The drug dealer under our system is...
You are the protector of the drug dealers because you give them the business. We don't.
If you want to put the drug dealer out of business overnight, is legalize drugs. There's no drug dealer.
Right. There are no drug dealers.
Right. Why don't we have prohibition of alcohol? Who's for prohibition of alcohol in this room? Who's for prohibition of alcohol?
I ask the question.
3 people.
Are you telling me that it's a person's own choice to use drugs?
It's a personal choice.
Let me ask you something. Wait a time out. There's a difference between drugs and religion. Although drugs and religion is somebody. How do they make a choice when their mind is screwed up? And you mentioned the Constitution. How do they defend that Constitution if they've got bubbles?
Where do you buy it from?
Constitution. Why didn't they have a drug law until 1914? Why? Tell me.
Let me come back to the Libertarian candidate for President of the United States, former Congressman Ron Paul. Ron, what's wrong with taking away some drug dealers now notice I'm saying, yacht or limousine when drugs are found aboard? I mean, I happen to like zero tolerance.
Well, zero tolerance has been real good for our movement, too. Finally, the people got fed up and realized that zero tolerance was total destruction of privacy in the Constitution. So we're delighted with it. This is now the mayor of Baltimore and the mayor of Washington now has come out and said, you know, maybe we better look at the libertarian alternative. They say, maybe the drug laws aren't working. Maybe we should look for freedom and liberty as an explanation on letting the responsibility go back to the individual to make decisions about eating habits, sexual habits, smoking habits. Oh, hush.
Probably got beautiful cars.
You know, we tried that in the 60s, and that's what got us
you don't
in the jam
understand
we are
what
in
freedom
today.
is all about.
No,
and
you don't
freedom
understand about the streets. I can tell you about what goes on
we all
the
know
streets.
about the streets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can tell.
That's right.
The drug laws created the streets.
Before you were
People
born,
like you
we knew
create
about
the
the
problem.
Well,
You're the problem. You're the problem.
Joe,
It's
Joe,
too bad you
wait
give
a second, Lisa, let me ask Joe, do you have any problem with revoking driver's licenses of drug users or searching a house given probable cause?
I have no problem with that. I have no problem
And
with
shooting
taking
them
their
too?
liberty away because
And
they've given
shooting
it.
them?
I have no problem.
And shooting them?
If they
when they
shoot
don't
it,
have drugs?
if they
because
shoot
they
it,
made a
if
mistake?
they shoot at me, my friend,
Because
their
they made a
ass is
mistake,
mine. I'll
shoot
tell you
them?
that right
well,
now.
they'll be in and check on you and your religion and call it a
You
cult.
come right ahead, my friend, and
They'll
check
call
on
it a
me.
cult and they'll
I'll
put
stand a
you out
better
of
check
business.
than you will, you stupid idiot, you.
Bo,
for
let
tyranny.
me ask you something. 1964, and you got this jabroni in the White House. Would you go over to Vietnam and serve for him?
No, there would be no Vietnam Wars if the libertarians are in
There'd
charge.
be no nation! There'd be no nation! There'd be no
money here at home.
We'll be back in a second. Get out of here. And I would like to come to the Libertarian presidential candidate.
Yes, I think we deserve a minute on what you indicate. You said if the libertarians in charge, there would be no America. Clearly, let me challenge some of you who may be even leaning toward the conservative philosophy. Ask me why we still finance the communists. Ask me why 70% of the military budget is spent overseas. Ask me why the good airplanes are overseas and the lousy airplanes are not here in the lousy airplanes are in the Air National Guard. I would say clean out the State Department, spend more money on our national defense, have an anti-communist policy, don't sign these treaties with the Soviet, don't extend loans to the Soviet Union, and not to fight these wars with the funds we raise from the illegal drugs. So under the libertarian society, no, we don't fight Vietnam Wars, we don't fight the Korean Wars, we fight wars to defend America, and we stand for America, we stand for freedom.
Get high!
You are, excuse me.
Yes, we get high. We get high, Mort. We get high on the ideas of freedom. We get high because freedom and liberty is worth defending. Let me answer that. Just say no. Assume the responsibility of yourself. Don't assume the government makes your decision. You say no. Don't say the government do it. You say no. You have the courage to do it.
I think I detect his voice changing. Maybe his cojones are getting small.
No Nos Against Drugs. It's a program geared primarily down to kindergarten. We do it through music, a cartoon character called Little No-No, the drug fighter. No one else in the United States is giving us a hand.
Is a tyrannical approach to solving a social medical problem, and we endorse the idea of voluntarism and self-responsibility, family, friends, and churches to solve problems, rather than saying some monolithic government is going to make you take care of yourself and be a better person. It's a preposterous notion. It never worked. It never will. The government can't make you a better person. It can't make you follow good habits. Why don't they put you on a diet? You're a little overweight, and I think you'd be in better health.
You're a little drugged out.
You want to make president.
You're a little drugged out.
I'm tired of people like you.
Have the government do that.
I'm tired of people like you using the Constitution to do whatever you want to do. If we legalize drugs, we're giving up on the whole country.